Okay, we're going to begin tutorial 2 today, and before we even begin with your book, you need to download the files. So go ahead and click tutorial 2 in the lesson plan. It will be a zipped file. You're given the option on where to download it to, so make sure that you choose your web design folder and then save, and then you will have to unzip the file. Okay. And once you're done with that, we're going to read and do pages 71 to 79. So if you take a look at page 71, Jerry Hayward, we're working with a different company this time. It's Cam Shots. Okay, it's an amateur photographer. This person, Jerry, is an amateur photographer and digital camera enthusiast. He's creating a website where he can offer advice and information to people who are just getting started with digital photography. I'm on page 71, by the way, if you're following along. So his website will contain several pages, with each page dedicated to a particular topic. He has created a few sample pages for the website, but he hasn't linked them together. He asked for your help in designing his site and creating links between pages. So if you go ahead and turn to page 72, you can get a visual overview of what this is going to be. You can see the home, tips, and glossary buttons there, and you are going to learn how to put those links in so that they are linked to those pages. Okay, let's go ahead and turn to page 74, exploring website structures. Okay, you meet with Jerry to discuss his plans for his website. Jerry has already created a prototype for the website containing 3 pages written in HTML5. One page is the site's homepage and contains general information about cam shots. The second page contains tips about digital photography, and the third page contains a partial glossary of photographic terms. The pages are not complete, nor are they linked to one another, so you'll begin your work for Jerry by viewing these files in your text editor and browser. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Notepad. And I'm going to open home text.htm file, open, and I'm going to go where I just downloaded the tutorial 2 folder and where you should have unzipped it. Here's tutorial 2. Okay, and we are currently working on the tutorial portion of this tutorial. And it appears as though there's nothing there, but that's because your computer is only looking for text documents. So click on the down arrow and choose all files, and there's all of our files that we are going to use. So let's go ahead and double click home text.htm right here, and here's the code for that. And now, instead of going to file open for the other 2, I'm going to do this and get this on about 1/3 of the page here. And now I'm just going to click my Windows browser, my Windows Explorer button, the folder, and I'm going to go open the other ones this way. I'm going to go to my web design folder, tutorial 2 folder, tutorial folder, and the other one I need to open is tips text.htm. And this time I'm going to right click on that, open with Notepad, and I'm going to get that on 1/3 of my page, roughly. Okay, so I have home text here, tips text here, and I'm going to go back to my Windows Explorer folder here, and I'm going to right click on gloss text right here, open with Notepad. Okay, and then I'm going to close that folder, and I'm going to get this on 1/3 of my screen. Okay, so now I have access to all 3 files here. So, and number 2 on page 74 says, within each file, go to the comment section at the top of the file and add your name and date in the space provided. So I'm going to start with the home text. Right here is the comment section. Okay, author. You should put your name and then today's date. And then in this case, I am just going to do this. I'm going to select it like this, Control C, and I'm going to go to the other one and select those 3 lines again, just like this, Control V, and do the same thing over here. Although I should not use that top line. I'll just delete this, and then I need to fix it over here on the other one. It's not, this is not Camshot's homepage. The first one is. This is tips page. Okay. And now number 3, save the files as home.html. So I'm going to come over here, file, save as home.html in this folder. So save in this one, file, save as tips.html, file, save as glossary.html. Save. Okay, and then it says in number 4, take some time to review the HTML code within each document so that you understand the structure and content of the pages. So I'm just going to take a look here at the home page. I can see that it already designated the character set, the title of the page. It's already gotten the modernizer in there, and it's linked to the Cam Styles CSS sheet. That's all in the head. That ends there. And then the body, there's a header section with a picture. Then we've got a section of text, an aside section, okay, and then a footer. Okay, and it looks like the setup for this page is about the same. Okay, so number 5, start your web browser and open the home, tips, and glossary and see if they look like the 3 that are in figure 2.1 on that page. So I'm going to go to my Windows Explorer folder here, and I'm going to go back to my web design folder. Tutorial 2, tutorial, and it's these now, okay? Not the, okay, glossary, not gloss text. So I'm going to double click glossary. Go back to my folder. I'm going to double click home, not home text. And then I'm going to double click tips. Okay, and I'm going to look at these, and yes, they look like the books pages. So we're off to a good start. All right, so then now from pages 75 to the top of page 79, your book talks about structures for web pages, okay? Every web page should begin with a home page. They show you what a linear structure looks like in figure 2.2. It's where you start Act 1, Scene 1, then you go Act 1, Scene 2, or you can go back to Act 1, Scene 1, but you can't go from Act 1, Scene 1 to Act 2, Scene 3. Okay, it's linear. You have to go in order, okay? An augmented linear structure, it looks like the one down below, where basically you can go anywhere within an act, but then once you move to the next act, you can't go back. Page 76, the hierarchical structure is probably what you're used to seeing in most websites, where you have a home page, and then you have pages extended off of that, and then some pages extended off of those. There's a mixed structure there. In figure 2.5, so go, and then a protected structure. You can go ahead, and I would like for you to read, not much to read there, but please read from the bottom of page 74 all the way over to the top of page 79 to learn about structure of web pages.